rise to snRNPs. Their function is again when hnRNA changes into mRNA, the process of splicing is controlled by this complex. So that's why I told you RNA is reactive. You can make out here RNA plays important role because it is reactive in nature. Now next is scRNA. scRNA stands for small cytoplasmic RNAs. Now these are free existing type of small pieces of RNA which are present in the cytoplasm, and then their function, they join with special proteins to form signal recognition particles. What is the role of this signal recognition particle? Whenever the message goes that the ribosome should go and join with the RER, or you can say ER, this message is recognized with the help of scRNA when it joins with the protein to form signal recognition particle. So the signal for protein formation to start. So now whenever the signal comes, what should happen? Ribosome should attach with the RER. So that is done with the help of scRNA, a small cytoplasmic RNA. Now the next type of RNA possible is genomic RNA. So what is genome? We all know genome means genetics. So genetic RNA, so only virus. This is only possible in the case of virus, that virus can have their genetic material in the form of RNA. So the RNA can exist in both condition, double stranded and single stranded. For example, tobacco mosaic virus has single stranded genetic RNA, and the Rio virus has double stranded genomic or genetic RNA. So genetic RNA is found in some viruses, and these viruses are called as ribovira or riboviruses. Genomic RNA can be single strand, it can be double strand. Now the next is the tRNA. Now these are the three main types of RNA which you will be learning in details in 12th also. The first one is the tRNA. So tRNA is also called as the soluble RNA because for a long time it was not discovered by scientists because it was very small in size, later discovered. Because it is smaller in size, it was easy to pass through the filtration process. That's why it is called as sRNA or soluble RNA. So it is also called soluble RNA. And then remember, there are hundreds of types of tRNAs possible, and it constitutes only 15% of total RNA. And remember, it is the smallest RNA with the smallest S value. Its value of the S is 4S only. S is Schwitzberg unit. Then it undergoes quite folding and all. On the next sheet I will show you that, and those folding will cause it to become very reactive. So the reality is the tRNA appears to be something like this in its 2D shape, and in this shape you can see there are I have made a T-shaped structure or a clover leaf shaped structure. This structure is reactive, this structure is reactive, this is reactive, this is reactive. So remember, RNA is single strand. In this case what has happened, single strand structure has undergone folding and bending. So all those folding and bending has caused bond formation somewhere. If there are complementary portion, bond formation will occur. Rest of these portions are single strand, so they are reactive in nature. We will be doing details on the next sheet. Now the messenger RNA is the mRNA is the messenger RNA, and messenger RNA is the longest RNA among all of these. And remember, messenger RNA is important because it carries the message from DNA and then will cause the formation of proteins. Messenger RNA accounts for only 5% of total RNA, and remember, it breaks very fast because once the message is gone, like in the mobile, if a message reaches you, once the message you have read, you delete it. So once the messenger function is over, it will be broken down into subunits or smaller units to form more RNA. That's why it is the least stable type of RNA. But remember, messenger RNA is always straight. It will never undergo bending. And the rRNA is the ribosomal RNA which forms the ribosome. So rRNA will undergo slight amount of bending to form ribosome. And remember, rRNA accounts for 80% of total RNA present in a cell. We will continue this topic in the next class.